Good morning from here. It's 9:30 in the morning on Sunday the 14th of August, and what I'm attempting to do is to see what happens with solar power to power a circuit, an RC circuit, and see if we can make a boat out of this sort of thing. Because as you can see here, this sort of model that would normally be used for old quadcopter parts, there's no way that's going to fly with those panels there, 5 volts at 200 milliamps each. So I've got the two of them in parallel, and the idea is 400 milliamps enough to run such a circuit. Well, at 8:30, an hour ago, a little light you might be able to see flashing did so, and it did bind, but the motors didn't do anything. And of course, if I'm going to run a boat, they're going to be horizontal and not pointed up at the sun. Oh, hello Marmalade, are you helping? Oh. So, if I turn this on, the light's gone solid. Let's see, yes, we do get some power. So that's good to know, at 9:30 in the morning there is power. Well, at least to the one motor. I'm not sure whether gyro's anything to do with it. And then it quits. It quits at about a third travel, but there is some power. So I turn off and back on again. The red light goes solid, and again there's power, but if I move it too much it quits. But it is only a case of off and then back on at this early hour, and there's some power coming through. So, pretty good test. Here's the boat I'll be using. It's the last of the three I got from Dollar Tree, $1.25. And regular viewers of the channel, if there are any, will recognise this shape. Now, because these panels here weigh about an ounce, I'm worried about putting them side by side, and in fact we'll put them lengthways, I think, because of the chance of the thing rocking over into the water. I've cut out a polystyrene shape here of the top, and the next thing I'll do is to put these onto here. What I've got underneath, by the way, is a 1000 UF capacitor, which does help with the power delivery. Without the capacitor, circuits can quit working for whatever reason they want, but if they have that small supply to take the dips and troughs and power surges and the rest, they tend to do better. So anyway, I'm going to put those onto there, and that should, like I say, if they're one at the front, one at the back, it should help with the boat not rocking and falling, well, and sinking. But in the end I've decided to mount them going across as they originally set up, for two reasons really. First of all, the boat is actually wider than I thought it was, so they only overhang to about here, and also this one's hull is a bit rubbish in comparison to the other two. You can see how it bows out here and there, and I don't mind covering up some of that. So they'll be going across. Okay, do excuse the fingerprints on the panels there, but it's Monday, it's 20 past 11 in the morning, and I've got the thing, well, hopefully it's going to work. If I switch on the transmitter, there we are, you can see the two motors. I can go to a certain level, and I can also turn. Anyway, there seems to be enough there, so if I rev up and it cuts out, I can bring it down, switch off, back on again, and we get motors back. So that should also help with any clouds and such. Anyway, let's go down to the water. We're getting brave. Well, now I can just sort of trundle around all day on solar power. Oops. Bringing it in. Oh, guess who that is? Morning, Steve. And there we go. So that went very well indeed. You might have noticed that the wind was pushing it around quite a lot, and you see it's got no keel on it, and that's why it was spinning around quite a lot. Plus the motors are slightly mismatched. Bit of fun, eh? What I'll do is I'll add half a fork from about there to the right underneath the bolt at the back, and that'll help it to go straight. Also, one thing I didn't say was I put 3 diodes in series. It's a very dirty method in a way of doing things, but it knocked the voltage down from 5.7 volts, which is too much for one of these receivers, normally on a 1S LiPo of 4.2 volts. But yes, I could have run around all day. We've thankfully got a blue sky out there with no clouds, and I guess if I put a solar panel on the right hand side of here or above it or whatever, I could recharge the batteries in this. But they last a long time anyway on those little controllers. But yeah, that was successful. Okay, thanks very much for watching. There's a fish behind Steve. Oh, it's a bass, striped bass I think. He's going to attack these little ones. He might be able to see those. I think it's on the hunt. Yeah. Oh no, I don't think it's a striped bass. It's whatever it is. I don't know what that one is either. The same type.